spoke coming into this tournament. You said the time away from the sport really helped you learn a lot about yourself. What did you learn about yourself tonight?
Man, I really had to dig deep there in rounds 2 and 3. I think Phil and I were both tired coming out of that first round, and I just had to dig deep and fight hard. You know, my face was busted up. I was breathing hard. I fucking couldn't feel my arms, and just kept fighting. And that's the kind of guy that I am, and that my coaches know that I am. And you know, when you're knocking people out in the first round, people don't get to see that. And I feel like today I got to show everybody what I'm really made of. You know.
Were you shocked you didn't put him away with the head kick?
I wasn't shocked the head kicks. It kind of glanced off him, but I hit him with that right hand and dropped him, and I was like, "This fight's over, dude." And then he was able to kind of like bury his head on that double leg, and I was like, "All right, now I can't hit him." But you know, Phil's never been knocked out, so he's obviously durable, and he's good at not getting hit. So there's no really like surprise there, you know.
Having faced Phil Davis now and going all 15 minutes, how much confidence do you have in yourself going into this tournament championship?
I mean, I couldn't be more confident. You know, I knew I was good enough to beat Phil, but believing it and like doing it are two different things. You know what I mean? So this is just an affirmation for me of my skill set and all the work I put into this sport, and you know, beating a guy like Phil Davis like that. I'm one of the best 205 pounders in the world for sure. So,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Sullivan, you mentioned how you didn't get many rounds in coming into this fight. You finally went the distance here with a veteran. How valuable was that experience?
This is hugely valuable. I mean, this is really where you get better. People talk about getting better in practice all the time, and that's true to an extent, but there's really a limit to how much you can grow in the practice room. Competition is really where you get better. So, you know, I'm going to be a better fighter as soon as my face is not banged up. Yeah, you know, I'm certainly going to grow from this. I already have, I guess.
And then you'll be facing Antonio Carlos Jr. in the final. What's your opinion of him as an opponent?
Another veteran, another really tough guy, world-class jiu-jitsu. So for this, a unique set of challenges. I don't think he can strike with me. You know, I don't think he's going to be able to find me. I'm going to be in and out, side to side, and I'm going to knock him out.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Fair.
Is that
facing Phil Davis, an experienced guy, has been in different eras, and now Antonio Carlos, another veteran of the game. At this point of your career, sharing the cage with those guys, what does it mean to you?
You know, it means a lot. I didn't say this before the fight, but when I was like 13, I was playing the UFC video game at my house, and I remember there's like, you know, a quote that popped up, and it was like, "There is no physical. The physical is only an extension of what you can do mentally." Phil Davis. Like, that like stuck with me. So I was like, dude, I'm fighting Phil Davis. It was a really big moment for me, and I told that to Phil afterwards. Wouldn't have said that before. I would have said that in the interviews before the fight. But this is a really big moment for me, a really big test for me, and rose to the occasion. You know.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Sullivan, you've now proved yourself over 3 rounds. Are you ready if you have to do it over 5?
I think so. You know, those 3 rounds were tough, but you know, I don't think I was any more tired than Phil was, and he's a vet. He's gone 5 rounds. I put my conditioning up there with anybody. You know, we obsess over conditioning in our camps. It really is the number one focus of a fight camp is conditioning, and I am the hardest worker I know. And you know, I get an excellent, I'm a highly conditioned athlete. So yeah, I'll go 5 rounds.
Also, the cuts are both below your eyes, but the doctors came in anyway. Were you at all worried at that moment?
I mean, yeah. I thought I was winning. I was like, if they stop this fight, I'm gonna, I don't know, probably flip out. So thank God they didn't. Yeah, they're below the eyes, so you know, I don't think there's a ton of danger there. So I'm glad that they made the decision they did.
And then lastly, you and Antonio seem to share a little funny moment. You both have eye injuries.
Yeah, I was like, as soon as we get some ice on these things, we'll get ready to go.
All right.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy. You know, Phil's a good guy too. I'm not, you know, when I'm around like the other fighters in the hotel, my instinct is like, you know, don't we have a lot in common? Like, why do we need to like beef with each other? Like, we're gonna fight hard. I'm gonna try to knock you out. But like, you know, I respect these guys, and I think they would respect me too. You know, Jai, my coach, knows Antonio Carlos well. He seems like a very good guy, and we're gonna fucking get after it.
All right, congratulations. I look forward to seeing
Thank
what
you.
you do next.
You gained a lot of new fans tonight with this win over an experienced veteran like Phil Davis. What is the message you want to tell the world and all these fans that they'll remember going into the finals?
I'm gonna bring it every time. You know, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight hard, and I'm gonna go run offense on guys. I'm not gonna try to eke out with a safe win. You know, I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put it on the line.